Good evening folks, how you all doing today? Murray75 here. Guys, it is a wee bit of a rant video for me today, and it's something that I've kind of stayed away from all day today. You know, I've been thinking about coming through and recording this video, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and stay away from it as much as I can. But the more and more I've thought about it, the more and more I thought, you know what, I'm going to come through and just even record a little one as well. Because, you know, I've not recorded for a little while purely because, unfortunately, I've had a lot of personal shit to deal with recently, and then on top of that I spent a couple of days in hospital last week as well, which was not great, to be honest, but hey ho. You know, shout out to the NHS, shout out to all the doctors and nurses who helped me when I was in hospital, thank you very much. But basically, you know, obviously, if anybody's followed kind of mainstream media recently, probably, I think it was yesterday, this clip was brought out. This is the main reason why I'm having this rant. Joey Barton. Now, those two words together don't really it doesn't go. Now, Joey Barton came out yesterday and said the state of Scottish football is, to quote him, pathetic. Now, strictly speaking, again, as I said, guys, I've kept away for this as long as I possibly could because, to be quite honest with you, it really made me laugh. It really made me laugh that this guy who, you know, let's be honest, Joey Barton has had a joke career. The guy had all the makings there to being a really, I think he had actually all the makings there to being a really decent football player. And then, in my eyes, his attitude, the way that he conducts himself, sometimes on and off the pitch, to me, he's just made himself a joke, to be honest. But I mean, he came out and said that the state of Scottish football was pathetic. You know, it wasn't, but in my eyes, it's not the case of Scottish football being pathetic. It's the fact that when he came up here, he got found out. He lasted 8 games at Rangers, right, before he got found out and tuck-tailed and ran and went back down to Burnley. Now, in my opinion, and, you know, if you actually listen to the clip, he says that, you know, he only lost 1 game in the time that he was up here. Yeah, that was against Celtic, granted. But in the whole time that he was up here, he didn't actually perform well. You know, he looked the kind of player that he is, and that he was over the hill. But the thing is, when he was at Rangers, he apparently came out with a statement to Mark Warburton and said, oh, you know, my son's older than this club. And then that obviously meant that Warburton, in my opinion, didn't deal with the situation very well. But, you know, I had his contract at Rangers terminated, and then the next thing you know, he's launching attacks right, left and centre on Scottish football. And let's be honest, folks, yeah, Scottish football at times can be mind-numbingly shit. There is no getting away for that. But so can a lot of matches down south. You know, there is times where you watch, like, and it's more in big games like Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United. All these kind of teams coming out, and it's all big games, and they're all overhyped. And 9 times out of 10, they didn't want to be. You know, the teams in these games don't want to lose, so then they do end up being bore draws, or, you know, on the off chance, you know, it might be a case of it's a 1-0 or a 2-1. But for the amount of hype that goes round it, you know, is it worth, you know, is it worth it? No, really, in my eyes. But as I say, for him to come out and say that Scottish football is pathetic, I'm sorry, no. He lasted 8 games in Scotland before he tuck-tailed and run and went back down to England, right? Where, you know, he says, oh, I wasn't used to League One standard and blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. Even teams that are in the Scottish Premier Division would give a lot of teams down south a run for their money. This is where I think a lot of people need to remember that this is where Scotland is supremely disadvantaged to England, because the actual standard of football, in my eyes, is irrelevant. It's when you take into account the finances of probably all clubs that are in the Barclays Premier, no, the Barclays Premier League, but the Premier League now, you know, even down to the teams in the Championship, the finances that these teams have is absolutely ridiculous. And unfortunately, the finances, Hibs, Hearts, you know, Aberdeen, all these kind of teams, they'll never be able to, you know, really compete on a level in terms of wages and everything like that. You know, we know that. But then because of the bit you've got a team there like, for example, Barton Albion, who paid £500,000 for Liam Boyce at the end of last season there, you're going to try and tell me that they're a bigger club than Hibs, or Hearts, or Aberdeen. No danger. No danger. And the thing is, if we had the finances that a lot of these teams have, we'd be right up there with the rest of them. And that's probably, I would go along the line as to say, that's actually a lot of teams in Scotland. Yeah, I'm a big believer that 42 professional teams in Scotland is too much. But, you know, we do have a good product up here. And for him to come out and say that the state of Scottish football is pathetic, it really just, for me, it speaks volumes for the man. Do you know what I mean? For me, he's made an arse of his career. You know, something that I found really quite interesting and I found really quite funny, you know, because I've been doing quite a lot of research today just about the whole thing as well. And, you know, I found a clip on YouTube the other day where he was actually sitting trying to slag Zlatan Ibrahimovic, saying, oh, you know, you might have this, you might have that, but you're French and you've got a big nose or something like that, when he was playing for Marseille. So Joey Barton, 35-year-old now, or whatever he is, won nothing really in his career, is trying to slag Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who has won, I think, overall between major and minor honours, about 30 medals in his career. Has done so much for his national team that they've actually got currency after him. You know, they've actually put him on their currency. But it's alright, Joey Barton's better than him because apparently Zlatan's got a big nose. Get what I mean? I mean, that just to me, that epitomises Joey Barton. You know, it's never his fault. He's brilliant. It's never his fault. It's never anybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault, sorry, but his. And for me, it's just stupid. It's just absolutely ridiculous at the fact that this guy came up to Scotland, got found out, you know, he got found out as an over-the-hill professional, if you can even call him that, and he's taken it out on everybody else. And as far as I'm concerned, the thing is, but bearing in mind, before he came up to Rangers, he came out with some cracking statements. I'm going to own Scottish football, and Scott Brown's no in my league and all that jazz. Scott Brown took one match to say, no, you're right, son. I'm not in your league because you're not in mine. That's the difference right there. Scott Brown, for all that Scott Brown's got people there who love him, people there who hate him, Scott Brown's actually got the medals in his back pocket to prove what a good football player he really is. And I really rate Scott Brown for both Celtic and the national side, it has to be said. And obviously when he played for Hibs as well, I really rated him. But just, no, for me, I had to come through and I had to have a wee rant about this because for me, he has made an absolute arse of himself. But it's Joey Barton. We really should be used to this by now. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the video there. Please, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you know, you want to comment on the video and let me know your stance on it, please put a comment in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel, Moneyminter75, and please click the bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. That being said, guys, please enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your evening, enjoy work tomorrow, and I'll see you later. Cheers.